Well, even though it was more than a decade ago, I will never forget the first time I had the opportunity to try clay shooting for the first time. Boy, did I have a good time. It was to preview a clay shooting contest to raise money for families of fallen police officers. Now, that particular fundraiser has been a very successful one every year since. Well, another clay shooting fundraiser is happening tomorrow, and this one raises money to bring mental health resources and training to veterans and first responders. The Lucas Nagel Memorial Fund Sporting Clay Tournament is in memory of the late Corporal Lucas Nagel, who sadly took his own life in 2022. And with us this afternoon in Historic Studio D is Milton Nagel, Lucas's father and the founder of the Lucas Nagel Memorial Fund. Thank you for being here this afternoon. First of all, I want to say I'm profoundly sorry for your loss. I can't imagine it gets any easier. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Sure, absolutely. It's part of why we created the Memorial Fund, so that we can continue to keep his life alive and everything that he did in his 27 short years here. A 10-year Army veteran, deployed twice through the U.S. Army, and a 6-year veteran of the Caroline County Sheriff's Department. He dedicated his adult life to giving to others. He did a lot of volunteer coaching, and those were the morals that we instilled upon him growing up, to give back to your community, and that's primarily why he chose to come back and be a sheriff's deputy in the community that he grew up in.
When he came back from serving, did you see him struggle?
Absolutely, yes. He came back profoundly different. Willingly went out and sought resources, tried to get help, but as we all know, the level of available services is sufficiently lacking. You know, there's just not enough services out there, and there's a lot of stigma attached to you know, being outward about having a need for help.
But on a I guess lighter note, he did impact the lives of young people as an SRO.
Yes, he was a school resource officer at his alma mater, Colonel Richardson High School, and yeah, it's you don't realize the lives that you touch until after the fact, but so many people came out, so many young adults, high school students, and told stories about, you know, ways in which he impacted them, and still to this day, you know, a couple years later now, we're still seeing the impact of some of what he's done, and adults now are reaching out and saying, you know, telling us stories. So it's you know, bittersweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me about the decision to create this foundation and the fundraiser.
Sure. Again, the stigma that's out there, part of the mission is to erase that stigma. We've got to do more to get the word out, and I appreciate, you know, having the opportunity to come in events like this, but so many of our first responders, whether they be EMTs, dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, and our veterans from the military, you know, have profound issues that they lock away inside their brain, and over time, those things can create, you know, severe brain trauma, and we need to change the approach and do more for them and provide more resources for them, and so it's okay, and you know, be able to tell them it's okay to not be okay. Yet so many of them feel like if they come forward with that, they may lose their livelihood. There are a number of agencies across the country that are making a difference and recognizing that brain health is important to long, sustainable career and life. And so the second part of our mission is to raise funds to provide those supports to our first responders, either directly through the agencies for which they work or serve as a volunteer, or indirectly, you know, by coming directly to us.
So why a clay shooting tournament?
Well, yeah, sure. Lucas loved waterfowl hunting and hunting in all aspects, and he and his older brother have some really good memories of goose hunting together and duck hunting, and so that was naturally, and many of his friends in law enforcement all are avid waterfowl hunters, and so they came forward with the idea. And so We didn't create it. It was created by his friends and family.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So what can folks expect if they show up to the tournament?
Well, first of all, it probably won't be able to shoot. It's sold out. It's sold out in like 3 days.
Wow.
But if folks want to come out and just check it out, it's at Delmarva Sporting Clays in Target Range in Mardella Springs tomorrow, Saturday, September 7th. From shooters will be on the course about 9 o'clock, but we'll start registration around 7:30. We do have a lot of silent auction items that we'll be raffling off and throughout the morning. So if folks want to come and buy a raffle ticket for a silent auction item, they can do that. Or if they just want to come out and learn more about what we're doing with the foundation and have one-on-one conversation, certainly welcome that as well.
All right, so it's again happening tomorrow at Delmarva Clay Sporting, and that's in Mardella Springs.
Yes, it is.
All right, and we'll have the info on our website, DelmarvaLife.com. Milton Nagel, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.